Well, folks, a lot of times we get questions specific to hunting for young people, youth, or as they said on My Cousin Vinny, Utes. Sorry, I can't say youth without thinking about My Cousin Vinny when Joe Pesci is the attorney and Herman Munster is the judge, and Joe Pesci says, "Yeah, them two Utes." Anyhow, we're going to talk about youth hunting opportunities, specifically as it relates to these western states that we always cover. In fact, it's going to be such a great topic that the folks at goHUNT have done 2 strategy articles in their Insider about youth hunting opportunities in the West and how to take advantage of them. The first article here, Trail Kreitzer, Trail wrote these articles. Trail has, I think, 3 kids at home, so he's dialed in on how this youth hunting stuff operates. I'm not going to get into every little piece of it, but here's some things to think about because the topics are relevant to just about all states. And because wildlife management is a state-based system, every state gets to decide something different for their state than maybe in your home state, in my home state of Montana, or whatever state. So I'm going to bounce through a bunch of these, and you're going to, hopefully they're going to trigger the thought in your head of, well, could I take advantage of that? Do I have kids at home? I'm going to start with Arizona. And the reason I'm going to start with Arizona is it's the best state out there for accumulating or building opportunity for young hunters. The non-resident youth hunting license is $5. And then you can apply for points and build points for your kids so that at some future date, if they want to go hunting, they'll have a bunch of points. So all of them have the issue of what is the legal hunting age. Some states it's 14, some states it's 12, some states it's 10. There are even some states that don't have a true hunting age. So Arizona, you can apply if you're 10 years old. Some states are going to say 12. Then some states have this thing called permit transfer. In other words, if I'm the parent or the grandparent, can I transfer a permit that I draw to a youth hunter? So here in Arizona, Arizona allows a youth age 10 to 17. Another point, every state has a different definition of what a youth hunter is. Make sure you look it up in that state's regulations. Anyhow, Arizona allows a youth to use a parent or a grandparent or a guardian's big game permit to hunt and take big game, provided the permit is legally transferred to them and the youth is accompanied by that parent, grandparent, or guardian. A lot of states are now allowing that. Some states don't. Some states have minimum caliber restrictions, minimum draw weight restrictions on archery gear. Again, Arizona says an archery hunter must be able to draw 30 pounds. All of this stuff is really important to understand when you're trying to figure out, should I be applying my child or should I take my child hunting there? Some states have specific youth seasons. Some of them have seasons for kids that are only open to residents and not non-resident. But for me to cover every one of these youth hunting opportunities for every state would take forever. But I'm going through this because I want you to understand how every state is a little bit different in that these rules are out there. We're always talking about the R3, right? Recruit, retain, reactivate. Well, recruit, this is our chance. Get these young hunters out there, build points for them. Maybe the school schedule, they can't go this year. Maybe they're playing sports. Who knows what it is? But if you're building points for them, and as cheap as it is in some of these states to build points for these youth hunters, it's definitely an investment worth considering. So right here, you look at Arizona for a youth elk tag, antlerless, $65 for a non-resident, $63 for a resident. You can see for non-residents, they're treating the kids pretty much the same as residents in Arizona. Again, not every state does it that way, but a lot of states are really favorable to the younger hunters. Let's see, Colorado, here's the difference. So I told you in Arizona, the age is 10. Colorado, a youth may apply for a tag at age 11 if they will turn 12 before the end of the hunting season that they're applying for. So there you go. You see differences already in each state. Colorado does not have a permit transfer like Arizona does. Weapon information. In Colorado, instead of 30-pound draw weight for a bow, it's 35. Arizona's 30, Colorado's 35. And so when we talk about youth-specific opportunities, in Colorado, a minimum of 15% of limited hunting licenses for doe antelope, antlerless and either sex deer, or antlerless elk in each unit shall be made available for youths aged 12 to 17. So there's all kinds of opportunities that are there and available for kids. So a youth elk license in Colorado, $100.75 for a non-resident. If that was an adult non-resident, I think it's $660. So again, you're seeing big price differences for these kids, which I think we would all agree that's a worthwhile place to have these accommodations, these special seasons, and these special pricings. Idaho, here again, this is the age thing. Idaho recently lowered the minimum age to purchase a hunting license to 10. A 9-year-old can purchase a hunting license to apply for a controlled permit if the youth, controlled permit is a limited entry permit, if the youth will turn 10 prior to the hunt starting. So I think you're getting it. There are all kinds of different rules, regulations, and definitions of what is a youth, what they can do, what they can't do. In Idaho, a parent or a grandparent can transfer a tag to a youth hunter. Here in Idaho, so Arizona, 30% draw weight. Colorado, 35% draw weight. Here in Idaho, it's 40 pounds. Did I say percent? I meant pounds. So here's a whole list of reduced price hunts for kids in Idaho. Idaho has a hunting license for a junior mentored hunter. The non-resident is $31.75 for their license. For us adults, it's $160, I believe. And the tag prices are way lower than they are for adults. Montana, again, I'm rolling through these really quickly. I want you to understand that all of these states have something special going on. In Montana, my home state, we don't have the permit transfer rule that Arizona and Idaho have. We have some differences about hunting age and whether it's a mentored hunt and stuff like that. General rule is that if you're age 10 in Montana, you're probably going to be able to hunt in some fashion in one of these mentored hunts. So in fact, I'm calling it mentored hunts. Technically in Montana, I think they call it an apprenticeship or apprentice hunting. And then in Montana, we have a 2-day deer season that is youth only, so they get to go out before the regular deer season for the adults. Let's see. Yeah, the pricing, even though Montana is still really expensive for youth hunters, non-resident youth hunters, it is less expensive than what it is for adult non-resident hunters. So what you're seeing here is this is one of the strategy articles that you hear me talk about with the goHUNT Insider. And for all the other reasons we've talked about the goHUNT Insider, I'm a strong believer in it. But they're taking on this youth hunting thing with the same vigor that I have. So they have Arizona, California, Colorado, Idaho, and Montana in one article. And then up here they have Nevada, New Mexico, Oregon, Utah, and Wyoming in another strategy article. So if you want these, go out to goHUNT.com, sign up for the Insider, use promo code Randy, get $50 of free credit in their gear shop, and get your kids applying and get them out west, get them to some of these fun places. Experiences of their lifetime, I can assure you that. Thanks for watching.